Welcome back, everyone. Episode 203 of the Craftverse series, and we're about halfway done. I was able to locate some more wood in my inventory, so I have 32 chests that I can place into this monstrosity here that is our storage. And then we have to dig out the remainder of these pathways and replace everything with end stone bricks. So I might have to go back to the end for that, but that's a lot better reason than I had the last time I was at the end. So for right now, let's go ahead and get the rest of these chests in. Easier to get to my destination, and all of these will open because sea lanterns don't block chests. One to spare. Let's make sure everything says large chest. Good deal. All of these are good. They all open the same direction. I am happy with this. Now it's just a matter of digging out the rest of the walls. I'll go ahead and put in this extra chest back here, so I have something for storage. And now I have a little totem pole. So I have these 3 blocks that I dug out of the wall here that I can go ahead and put back where they go. Now I have to get this flush with the other side. So what wall does this go to? Punk. This goes to 303. Okay. This side is already connected up, so I can just go ahead and go down here to 303. And I need to go one more out this direction. Okay. We'll go ahead and replace the flooring. So I have my light sources intact. Good, now we just have this meet up with the other side. For right now, you can go back. You're going to be replaced with end stone. Yes, good deal. That's what we like to see. Where's my purpur? Okay, stairs are now in. Now we just have to dig out the access point. Okay, so now maintenance. And we have up here. This actually don't have to have full access to the whole roof. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to literally block this back up. Put this here. Leading into that. to cover this and give you access to this point, because that's where that wall's going to end. Okay. The rest of this gets replaced with end stone bricks all the way down. You need to now meet up with that ceiling. Okay. Go ahead and get all of this removed so when I get back I can just start placing. Because we have to go back to the end. Unless I have some more end stone bricks stashed away somewhere that I am completely spacing on. Which I suppose is possible. What I can do here though is turn you into a crafting table. And have that sit under there. That seems fine. Actually, no, I have an idea. And of course, my inventory management. That one can go directly underneath the excess storage box, which I do need to move these over into the iron storage. You can already tell this farm is going very well. Might be some things in the incorrect boxes. Nope, everything's correct. Okay. Going to remove these. Oh no, my shovel. Actually, yeah. Here's an idea. Don't actually want the cobble. Have that extend out there. Have these lines come out this way. Break this entirely. Have a 2-wide passage. Or at least a way of replacing these with the appropriate block. Probably just going to be that. Swap these. I do actually want the coal. So that is good for later when I need torches. Those will be swapped out for the correct block. Okay. Swap those out. I'm gonna keep you there, I think. This is not gonna be as visible. Save myself a couple blocks at least. Protect my hopper lines. Two here and then that. Oh no. That is where it goes. Have you meet up. Okay. All of the pathing is in. It's just a matter of swapping out these chunks of wall. And I think we're good. Let's clear up the old inventory a bit. That's a good one to put you in. No, I don't want to lose track of the hoe. It's dangerous when you lose track of your hoes. Never know what they'll get up to while you're not paying attention. I think just filling up the inventory I currently have will be enough. So that is 11 stacks. Wanna say that should be good. If not, I do have a way of getting more shulkers. I am going to be leaving this right here, though, as a means of just depositing iron, string, and poppies if I so choose. But this right here, being as easily accessible as it is a vast improvement. Now I just have to add the little rail system here so I don't fall off, which I think I'm going to use a different block for that so it's not so much end stone. Or I could just replace this layer right here with 2 rows and then slabs. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's go up here and check on our new recruits. Make sure everyone is still here. 2 shulkies. 2 shulkies. How have you been faring while I've been in the area? Oh. Oh, why are you so much better? Probably because I'm in the iron farm chunks. Okay, yes. I am content with this. I actually think it's faster if I fly this time. So we're gonna go off this direction. Towards the old portal. And I do have a plan for this area. Once I am finished with the iron farm, we will be tearing down this old thing in its entirety. And we're going to be leaving the portal right here, because it's the one thing that doesn't need to be disturbed. I have a visual plan that will look really nice, and I think I have most of what I need for it. It's the honey blocks that are going to be a slight issue. Only a slight one, but slight nonetheless. I want to have it be known. It took probably 3.5 to 4 full shulker boxes of endstone to finish off the wool farm. And I'm also building the underside of the iron farm out of endstone. So the fact that I had any left to do that. Alright, so I am going to be leaving this area untouched in case I need to get more shulkers at some point in the future. But I am going to be grabbing some from this main island because I don't trust going through that end gateway. The last time I tried going through the end gateway, I fell through the void. And I lost all my stuff, and I'd rather not do that on camera. Especially not without having a backup made. Here I at least don't have to worry about any purr trees. That's what I'll call them. Getting in my way. So I need to fill my entire existing inventory with all of this. Whatever remains after all the shulker boxes. It's gonna look kind of like the fusion of a subway station and like an old chapel. Because they have those old style, like, yellowish brick blocks worn by time. But it's also going to have that feel of like you're going to the next tram. If you've ever had one of those connecting flights that you had to get the underground tram to get between terminals, that's kind of the look that this is going to embody. Not intentionally and not by design, but you know what? The way it was put together, I can accept that as a comparison. Originally, I used a ton of blackstone in my design, but I figure if I made a wool farm nearly completely, out of endstone bricks, I can have a little bit of a storage room that looks mega endstone. And I already have a light block that goes well with it. I don't have enough glowstone to replace it with, plus you can't open a chest through glowstone, so anything with a storage room is most likely going to be using sea lanterns for my builds. So if I want to block off spawns on top of the chests, that is the best way for me to do so. trying to stick closer to the 30-minute mark for these subsequent episodes after the 2-hour special we did for episode 200. There are timestamps in the description. If you didn't bother to look, then you probably wouldn't have found them. But I went ahead and gave you guys an easy skip point so you don't have to try and search your way through the video as much. Now, if you want to watch through the entire thing, you'll get a lot more commentary out of it. It's not just me sitting in the minecart quiet for 15 minutes. No, I actually was doing a lot of commentary for it. And I would appreciate the watch time as well. It's very kind of you to consider doing that just because there's more content to be had instead of just, oh, I've seen that minecart ride 3-4 times now. I don't want to watch it again. I don't blame you for that either. It's trying to watch the same thing 15 times, especially on a small screen where you really can't see much. I don't blame you at all for that. Okay, we're almost good with what we've got. I think just this tiny hill will be enough. I'm still flabbergasted about that stupid bug for Bedrock. Like, at what point in the code did it decide that 80 below 0 was an acceptable point to put anything? And now it makes more sense as to why when I'm on the SMP, I can go through a portal or use the teleport command and end up 32,767 in the sky. Because it's what Bedrock does. And because I'm on Bedrock playing on a Java console, or Java server rather, then yeah, it makes sense as to why I'm the one that experiences that particular bug. It's not my fault you walked on the block I was breaking. Just don't let me hit you. So now whenever somebody asks when I'm streaming, I can be like, oh yeah, that's just a Bedrock bug translating into Java. Because technically every time I TP, it's the same thing in the game's code as going through the end portal. A massive teleportation you're not supposed to be legitimately able to do in-game without cheats. And we don't have cheats on the server, so... Oh, I'm so close. I do have to finish this out, though, because if I go through and I don't have enough, it's just going to upset me. Bro? Can you not? Okay, this is a not-so-tiny hill for sure. Okay, I need 29 more, and I am good to go. Can you stop that? And we should be done. Now we can go back through, should be right at our bed, and then we can go over to the iron farm and start placing in some of these aesthetics. It actually did not take that long. You know what I want them to add to the game? The ability to make a stone gen that works in the end so you can make endstone. Oh, I did not actually sleep in my bed. Well, that's interesting. Oh, that's because I slept in the Yeah, the one in my inventory and then broke it. That's right. That's right. Briefly forgot that that was a thing. Going to turn some of these into stairs, and then the rest are going to become stone bricks. So let's get the spoon out of there. And with the amount of time that I spend crammed into this small section of my world, between different AFK sessions, building, I should have a veritable sea of shulker shells in the very near future, and never have to worry about shulker boxes or storage again. Deal with these parts after I get the underside done. And then we'll get all the carpets, and I'm thinking cyan. That's supposed to be stone. Why am I missing stone? Okay, well, let's get over here done. You actually don't need to be there. That can be the fancy stairs, which I think I'm going to have cut off right there. Have you go to about here. That's not the positioning I need you in. There we go. Oi, who said you could be up there? Stop it. Okay, you're going to be covered over anyway, so it doesn't matter. Deal. So we can just do that. And we'll cut it off right there, which is fine. Now we replace some walls. And we don't have to look at this ugly diorite, stone, and granite combo. Wait. Stop it. Lag. Like, I'll click the button and I won't hear the sound effect right away. That's how I know it's lag. Okay, one side of the terminal is more or less in. Put you there, so this is done. It just looks weird. It's gonna look weird, but it's still triggering. We're just gonna have to collectively get over it. We'll do the corner block, because that's gonna bug me if I don't. Stop it. Already looks infinitely better. That's next. And then this wall. So for right now, that'll do. And I'll see you tomorrow for the final episode of this installment, where I get the remainder of down here in the depths completely swapped out for end stone bricks. And in that time, we should have plenty of iron for the next few builds. So again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, and don't forget to like on your way out. A sub would be preferred as well. But I understand if you haven't quite found it in your heart to enjoy my content. But if so, why are you watching episode 203? Suspicious. See you tomorrow.